Hello everybody and happy Thursday. I'm hoping you guys are all staying cool in the great state of Idaho. Hey, I got a few things for you today. First of all, let's talk about the stats that come out every month from the Intermountain Multiple Listing Service. We see a lot of realtors, they'll post a cool little infographic about it, but what they're not doing is they're not explaining what's happening. So like in the latest numbers, June, we had a huge amount of listings come on the market. And the media chimed in on that. I saw a bunch of people chime in on that, and it said, oh my God, the sky is falling because everybody's throwing their houses on the market because they want to get, they want to start selling before it, crashes. Again, we're not crashing. But really, truly, June is historically the #1 market for listings because everybody wants to get their houses on the market and get their house sold so they get in a new house before school starts. Historically speaking, we see June as the #1 housing listing month. The other thing is we're seeing, we saw some people saying, oh my God, appreciation only went up 15%, but it still was 0.8% month over month. So home prices were still going up, the average home prices. So be that expert out there. Not only post that little infographic, but give some commentary, give some context to it. Be that expert. The more and more you become the expert in that data, the more and more people will come to you to be that expert in it. Let's talk about rates a little bit. There is a huge pricing war going on among some of the major wholesale lenders on rates, and it is really benefiting us. And buyers. So what you really want to do is if you have some borrowers that have had some quotes out on rates, have them go back in and get the re-quotes on it. Like I said, there is a major price war going on right now between some of them, and it's killing the retail people, and it's absolutely murdering the banks. So it's a good thing. The other thing I want to talk about is closing costs. Yes, it is now time for sellers to start paying closing costs. Last 3 contracts I've gotten in, sellers have agreed to pay closing costs. So this doesn't mean that the market is turning from a seller's market to a buyer's market. It just means sellers are now willing to pay closing costs, which is great. So typically you're looking at about 2%, maybe a little bit less on closing costs, depending upon the price of the house. Now, for you that are listing, you probably want to start prepping your sellers that the buyers are asking for closing costs nowadays, and you are probably going to have to negotiate closing costs now. Whereas a few months ago, that was off the table. And over the last 24 to 36 months, it just wasn't happening. But it's great for the buyers. Hey, let's look at the charts real fast. I know rates and stuff, but I want to give you some indications. So again, red is green, red is bad, green is good. We saw this little candlestick here that caused rates to worsen. The reason for that was inflation numbers, but today the European Central Bank started to fight inflation. First time in 11 years they've started to fight inflation. The other thing is come next Wednesday, the Federal Reserve is going to meet. We are hoping, wishing, and praying that they increase their rate by 1%. Remember, we want the Federal Reserve to increase rates. That fights inflation. The talking number right now is a 1% increase. If we get that 1% increase, we should see rates continue to improve. If we only see 3/4 of a point increase of that rate, we could see interest rates worsen quite a bit because that means the Fed isn't real serious about doing inflation. So overall, rates are actually looking good. We're a nice little plateau effect here. Again, thank you very much. If ever you have questions or you need me to look at the statistics of housing, I'll gladly give you my opinion and we can walk through some of the statistics. Thank you, and as always, make it a great day.